So I've had a few days to get acquainted with the interface, and it has broken in just amazingly well. It is so freaking smooth. Getting a blade that light to drop shut so effortlessly is no mean feat. And I was able to have a nice chat with Jason on the phone yesterday to talk about some of the design details that went into the V3. And I figured I'd give you guys a peek at those and what it took to get this thing down under 1.5 ounces, which is just insane. Externally, you can see that even the carbon fiber of the flipper tab has been pocketed out. The pocket clip is thin, but still got a nice spring to it. And even that, you can see the ramp there has been cut away on the sides. The backspacer, you can see he left this little chamfer right here, and then it's a floating backspacer that allows you to see all the internal pocketing in the backspacer without even taking the knife apart. And then, of course, there's a ton of internal pocketing in both sides of the handle. It is standardized T8 for all of the fasteners, which is really cool. You can see there's a second one hidden under that side that screws into the backspacer. So, let's go ahead and take it apart. Really nice fine threading on the pivot. These are, I believe he said they were tie connector fasteners. All of his fasteners come from tie connector, which is arguably one of the best suppliers in the industry right now for titanium fasteners. It is a steel pivot barrel, he said. Just the 2 screws to take it apart, which is really nice. It's a very precise fit on all of the parts, including the stop pin. Come on. Little wiggle. This thing there we go. Came apart so easily when it was not on camera. You can see these amazing ceramic bearing races. Really, really wild. I don't think anybody else in the industry is doing that. Sorry about that. And now you can see his custom the custom bearing cages. That's the word I was looking for. And you can see the bearing pockets are actually cut in a little V and then a C. I asked him about his choice to leave a bunch of the bearing holes empty. And, to be fair, really, only the bearings in the outside edge are really doing much of the stabilization. It's already got 15 bearings. Yeah, 15 bearings per side, which gives you more than enough stability. Set this blade off to the side, and let's flip you over, drop you out. Did I do that? Ooh, I did that without spilling any bearings. You can see there is a 1-piece lock face and detent track insert in the carbon fiber blade. He chose not to do a steel or a titanium pivot sleeve. The carbon fiber is riding on the steel pivot barrel, but he has said through quite a bit of testing that he's never seen any sort of wear in the pivot hole, which tracks. I mean, there's basically no load during rotation and very low speed and only half a rotation. So it makes sense that way. You've got your other bearing race or washer and the bearing cage and whatnot in there. I don't think, do I want to drop those out? I may as well. If I don't drop them out, they're going to fall out while I'm trying to show you something. Let's see if I can get you out as cleanly. Set you down. Very gentle. All right. Now I'm safe to toss this thing around. You can see this heavy, heavy skeletonizing of the backspacer. Really, really crazy. And then the huge lightning pockets in all of the materials. It's not really apparent on camera, but the lightning pockets actually follow the contour of the slab, Jason was saying, so that the thickness is uniform. Would have been way easier to just mill out a flat pocket, but that wouldn't have maximized the material removal. The pocket clip is reversible. You can see there's a single screw there for the mounting, but there are two locating pegs. I can get you to come out. These are a very snug fit. Focus. You have two locating lugs, one of which locates on this side in the lock bar, and the other locates in the screw hole, the drive hole for that screw holding the backspacer on. What's really nice about that is when you put the clip on the show side scale, you know, you don't really only want to have carbon keeping your clip stable. And so having it locate in the fastener hole that's screwed into the backspacer adds a huge amount of structural integrity to the clip mounting. Same thing on the carbon side. You can kind of see it a little better on this side, that it actually scoops down and follows the subtle contour of the slab. Let's see, what else? The detent is not a traditional detent ball. It's a little machine nub in the lock bar insert, which gives you a little wider contact patch versus a ball being pressed in there, which gives you smoother action, which helps with the drop sheddiness. And this is going to hold up really well over time. Shouldn't really ever have any issues with that wearing. I believe Brian Nadeau, Sharp by Design, uses something similar, a machined in nub for the detent instead of a ball. I think that was all the really cool things that I came across while I was looking at it. Yeah. It is, one other thing I did notice. This pivot is not free spinning. It does actually have three little lobes coming out of the carbon pocket that hold it in place. Very, very slick. So yeah, I think that is about every cool little neat thing that I came across and chatted with Jason about yesterday. So there you go. That is how Jason was able to get a folder down under 1.5 ounces. Really, really wild. Insane amount of engineering. And I'm really looking forward to carrying this thing and enjoying it for getting it in the pocket for sure. So there you go.